Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the roads in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around, that's how I tease her. Been having my waist since a little, I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a f***, I close wheels, you cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, same, ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything, you don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them, oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley, I'm tryna drive it around. I think I'm driving it gently, now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down, tryna show the world how it sound. Around and make the wrong turn, we don't even wanna turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody, I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they, cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the roads in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. I don't do but I've been off them all week. Tryna take this far as I can, I want it all on sleep. Might just put a 40 ball in my mouth, cause I know my talk ain't cheap. Soon as you start running up money, they could tell cause it reeks. Oh boy, it's so much to see. Gotta learn to keep your balance. Going to sleep on silk sheets, but it used to be a pallet. Fell in love with shopping, I'm getting a grip of it, I don't need no stylist. Walking on mall, spin a bag on anything if it got me smiling. I'm on every L that I ever took, I promise. Flashy with a system on, man, I don't look, that's how I'm coming. Can't wait to touch a meal like I ain't got no food inside my tummy. Been had a vision, seen it vividly before it got sunny. You could tell I'm committed, this get hard and I get it, but long as you stay authentic, you'll be destined to win it. I recreated my image, this was earned, never given. Gonna be that way till it's finished, cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the roads in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide, say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody here to vouch. I was all alone, so I ain't have a witness. Right back to the lab. Gotta go to work, I'm revving up my engine. I was just putting groceries in the bag. Now wait a minute, yeah, forgot to mention. I'm $100 million richer. Might paint $100 million picture. One man army, but I don't fatigue. Better have 100 million coming with you. Got good karma, so I'm riding fiscal. Hit the crossover, leave 'em playing Twister. Or they thought that I was just a. Now when I do, they call me mister. Stop it, big wall will suffice. Play with the family, playing with your life. This got the ops hurt, looking sick. So we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light. Yeah, I had to go ahead and raise the fee. If you ain't rocking with it, take a hike.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide, say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me? Say you gon' ride. Is you gon' step by me? Can't do it back, keep racks on me. Name home with, I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you ride it. I can do everything that you gon' like. Young, rich, and famous, I'm living the life. Pull up in that new thing. When I'm swerving and hogging up both lanes. You know I'm in the mood. After I score, I'ma bring it to you. They're a free agent, I give them the boo. I'm with the crew, who we bringing it to. We got no limit, yeah, we on the ride. We all gon' step, we all gon' ride. Say you gon' ride. Say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
Every time I'ma step with the steppers. Black and white beans looking like pepper. Flawless diamonds, yeah, I'm good under pressure. 400 racks tucked in the dresser. Blowing money fast like Big Meech. Thinking that they winning, big reach. They know I'm the best, I'm elite. I know when they hating is instinct.
Say you gon' ride. Say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New England. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Patriots, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Play action here in the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
One of the best in the NFL, in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Miles Murphy drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Fighting through it. He's got space. The way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Patriots are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play. What a way to get their first points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Again, it's Walker. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Well, not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game. That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Straight ahead, Walker. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 47 yards rushing for him now. A great start to this AFC title game. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And going right back to Walker. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kenneth Walker punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 4. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Big play there for New England. 42 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Second down, here's Richardson. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Richardson steps away. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second and 9. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 79 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing, and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Dancing to his left. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. Oh, and Nelson's spaced opening. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And caught up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Let's do it. We got this. This is it. We're counting on you.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out in the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
A final shot before the half. Richardson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ken Walker with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Jackson now. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He gets it to Thomas. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
This taken in at the goal line. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
There to stop it was Carlton Davis.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Delay of game.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Third and 9 here. Here's Richardson to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a run with Walker. Shedding the tackle and gives him some room. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 182 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And Walker once more. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This is Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Here's Walker. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
QB sneak, Richardson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, 3rd and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. But the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. On third down, Jackson. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The gain of 32 that time.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. But they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. First down carry for Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. To the sideline and incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The offense for the Ravens. Well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 219 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Richardson out to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They go play action with Richardson. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
I know we love our jobs. And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hand off here to Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Jackson finding Watkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. He's got Henry. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give him that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Jackson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Jackson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Here's Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
13.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust. And unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout. And they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. The Ravens are champions of the AFC as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
There you go.
I'm with the cash like Diego.
God. Yeah, all these dumb songs go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters when we just go.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row. The long NFL season down to this. One game to decide it all. Super Bowl 61 underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks, standing at 6'5".
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
He's got Alton on the out route. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense looking to really cement his name among the legends of all time by winning a 4th Super Bowl title.
And to me, partner, you just have to marvel at the way he brings his teams back to the Super Bowl time and time again. If he can win this 4th title, what a capper that would be to a brilliant career. Reputation as a big game coach, absolutely cemented with a victory in this one.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs. To the right side, this is Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Walker with another carry. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready, break!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw outside, McCaffrey's got him. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of 1 quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Complete right side to Otten. gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. What a sensational punt return. 98 yards. And the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're inside the 10-yard line, you let it hit and hopefully bounce into the end zone. But as you mentioned, he took a risk, and boy, did it pay off in a big way. I wonder if they let up a little bit going downfield, thinking that there was no way he was going to return that one.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Trenton Simpson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Third and 4. Here's Richardson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. And they're going to speed things up here. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll get 34 yards there.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, you got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kenneth Walker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there's definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Now it's Richardson. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Richardson looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is incomplete.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Ready? 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Taking it right down Broadway. He's to the 15, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
That's caught at the 3. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amari Cooper from 3 yards out. And the Vikings get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. And the Ravens taking the field. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Here's Walker to start the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 33. Upon a 46, a return of 5. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
23 yards on the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from the 20. And the Vikings are back within a score. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings head out to take over once again. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Lewis Seen. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Richardson off the play fake. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcoming you back to Super Bowl 61, 3 quarters in the books and ready to go for the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Now Richardson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
At the 11-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Now 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Out of the gun now on third down. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Hand off here to Walker. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Romeo Doubs is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. They'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Alert!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Come on.
They'll start by running the option to the right, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, If there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete right side to Otten. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, check that.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On third down, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw out wide is incomplete.
He was defended by Jacorian Bennett.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
There you go.